I guess that was it. And from then on, I didn't stop. Even though after that I had an injury, physical education college, and I
Oh
had an
wow, okay,
injury, and I basically, I was on the bedridden, and I couldn't sing, I couldn't, swim, which is my, sport. I'm a swimmer, so I couldn't
right.
swim, I couldn't sing. So kind of 2016 was the best, but then 2017 was very, very difficult for me. But
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop, because for any sports person, it's like, even if you have an injury, even if you don't win the competition, it's always, you always keep practicing, and you keep challenging yourself to go in again and again. So I guess that's what I did, and I kept trying for other auditions, and anything which I could find online. I used to do it, and in the meantime, I always practiced my language, my songs. Anyway, I could train myself to be there, so that when I get the one and only opportunity to show them my talent or my hard work, I don't regret it
Correct.
later. So
That's
I
brilliant.
kept doing that.
That
Yeah.
is fantastic. You know what? Listen, I saw so many comments saying this, but you're genuinely an inspiration to a lot of people. See, I get it right now. This entire generation, the Gen Z as they are called, your fans, people who love Z-pop as well, they all,
Yeah.
whether they are in Korea or in any other part of the world, they have this dream of being able to go to Korea and perform and be a part of something as big as this and become a K-pop idol. And the fact that you didn't give up on that dream, the fact that you were the first person from a country as big as India, where there are probably literally, I wouldn't be wrong in saying there are millions of fans of K-pop. You were the first person
Yes.
out of those fans who made it all the way to Korea, who won that competition, and who's made India immensely proud. Like this is something that nobody can ever take away from you. Like till the day you are 100 years old, nobody can ever take away the fact that you were the first person from India who achieved something which is unbelievable. It's almost as difficult as saying somebody from Korea decided to come and sing in Hindi in a Bollywood film. Like they worked their butt off over there in Korea, saying that no, I want to go to Bollywood, I want to go to to Mumbai, and I want to learn how to sing in a Bollywood
Yeah.
song. And it is just as difficult as it would be for somebody from Korea to learn Hindi, to get the pronunciation right, to learn how to sing like a Bollywood singer, come to India, figure it out, get an opportunity to sing in a Bollywood film. You've done exactly that in the other direction. You figured out without having anybody to teach you Korean. You learned the language, you learned the songs, you did your grind, you figured out all those steps that you needed to do, and you went to Korea and you won it, which is unbelievable. And I'm so incredibly proud of you for that. Congratulations on
Thank you
achieving
so
this
much.
incredible achievement in your life. So let's move beyond that. So you
Yeah.
said that you tried out multiple auditions. How did your move to the Z Girls happen?
It was back in 2018. I was still looking
Hmm.
for auditions, and I saw this. It's kind of a research. I always do a research at night at my hostel, and like look for global auditions and something. Then I came across the Pop Dream page, and I actually sent, I guess, maybe email, or I sent a DM to them, asking that if India is actually a part of this, or if they're coming to India for the audition. They said yes, they are going to hold auditions here, and so I sent in my request, my videos, online videos, and whatever I had, and they asked me if I could dance or sing. I said, I can sing and dance. I am trying to learn myself, but I'm sure if I can do that, I will do that. I will do that definitely. And also after they said I have to come to Mumbai. I stay in Assam, but they said the audition will be held in Mumbai. So I just had maybe 2 days, and in my life, I think almost every time I'm pretty spontaneous in taking decisions, because the longer I stop and think about it, then it's not gonna come true. I'm not gonna do that, and we all have to take risks. So called my sister and asked her to book my flight. I didn't even tell her why I was coming to Mumbai. I have a friend in Mumbai, and I stayed at her place. And I actually, uh, even though I had injury or whatever it is, I'm not gonna talk about it. But I prepared Korean song and with a dance, actually, dance and song together. And the day I went for the audition, I actually spoke to the judges in Korean, and they were pretty, surprised to hear Korean. And yeah, I spoke in Korean. I greeted them. I performed Korean song while dancing. So I guess maybe that was my plus point in that. But I don't know. I was not really happy with my audition because uh, I couldn't really, show everything I prepared. And I actually, felt a little bit sad because you have waited for so long for the opportunity, but then you blow it up. I seriously thought that I was not going to make it, and I cried a lot during my way back my home. I was in an auto rickshaw, and I cried, seriously cried. And then, but once I got into the house, I told my friend that it's okay. It's a part of experience. Even if I don't make it, I'm gonna keep trying. So yeah, I think the next day I had my flight back home, and after that I went to college, pretty much same schedule. And even that night I started looking for another auditions, back to track, back to square one. You should keep going. And then yeah, a few days later they called me that I have been chosen. And it took I was just it was just before my semester exams. I was in fourth year, and I dropped everything. I didn't give my examination, and everybody was very, very shocked because I am one of those, scholars who, don't miss their class, who are very attentive, and, they don't expect this kind of behavior that out of everything going smoothly, you just suddenly drop out of your college. And I did that, but
Right.
I don't know, maybe my institute, I don't know, maybe they would say, there comes the artist who left our college, who left her studies because of her dreams. I don't know if they say that, but it's okay. I don't regret it. I don't regret anything. So, yeah, I just went
No,
to Korea. Yeah.
that's definitely gonna happen. Trust me when I say that. I'm gonna let you complete, but I'm telling you that's going to happen a couple of years or 5 years down the line. Your college is gonna call you back as the chief guest in their college event or festival, and you're gonna go back there completely triumphant because you've already achieved something which is absolutely remarkable. So yeah, but go ahead. You were saying, so you went to Korea.
I went to Korea in the end of November, I guess, 2018, November, or just the beginning of December. And all the
Hmm.
other members were already there. It took time for me because of the visa and stuff, all the paperwork to be done. And after I went there, we trained rigorously, especially me because they have been training a month before me, but
Oh
I joined
wow.
late. Yeah, they were there since the beginning of November, and I almost went there in December. So I had to do a lot of work, and day
Yeah.
and night. We all used to practice, but maybe there was a little bit extra practice from my end. And yeah, I remember that it was very, very hectic, very difficult. There were nights that I couldn't sleep. I couldn't, you know, we also had to do diet because normally we don't really care how we look and how our appearance is. But once you go there, once you have to shoot videos, and you have to put the best in front of people so that they accept us. And also this project was very different for everyone, so it was even more important to us that people accept us, or at least approve what we were doing. So we
Correct.
tried our best to put up whatever we could, looks, songs, whatever it was. And I guess at the beginning it was not that not that very welcoming in Korea because everybody was shocked a little bit that they were expecting Korean for us to sing in Korean because we were under a Korean company. Our whole system was, K-pop training system, everything day and night, singing, dancing, practicing, everything was K-pop, but just our song was in English. So maybe people were a little bit taken aback. But
Yeah.
yeah, eventually they started showing their support too, because we were not that bad. I guess we are not that bad now as well. We
No,
improved a
without a
lot,
doubt.
and
Yeah.
yeah, we are here. You know us as Z girls and Z stars.
That's brilliant. See, I know this is actually a good time once again to talk to the people who don't know what Z-pop is and give them that the description that I told you, that you gave so beautifully the last time you met us, so that people understand that Z-pop is not Korean. It's not K-pop. It's
Yes.
inspired by K-pop, but it's not K-pop. It is let's see if I get it right. It's music that you're
Yeah.
making for Generation Z, which is inspired by K-pop, and of course, it's got people from 7 different countries, and those countries are Taiwan, Indonesia, Thailand, Japan, India, Malaysia, and what's the seventh
There's no
one?
Malaysia. There is Philippines, Japan,
Philippines, huh?
yeah, Thailand, Indonesia, India, Vietnam, and what is the other
Vietnam,
one?
तुम्हारा I missed.
Yeah, Vietnam, and I don't know. I I mixed up the
I think
cities.
between the two of us, we got all of the countries in. I
Yeah,
mentioned 5 or 6, and you mentioned the other ones which I missed out. But so it's people from multiple countries coming together to create a K-pop inspired group. So the ethos, or the look and feel of the music is inspired by K-pop, but it's music which is more universal. It's music that
yeah,
people in India can understand, people in Korea can also understand, the people in Japan and Brazil and America and wherever else people are listening to can understand, because you're doing it in a more universal language, which is English. I mean, everybody
English.
understands English all across the world. Did I get that right? Was that a good enough description
Yes,
of what
yes,
Z-pop is?
yes. And also, our motto is to make it one Asia, and not only just limited to Asia. Maybe in the future we will expand more, but the primary goal is to make it one Asia, and our music should be the cultural bridge. We want to bring other cultures, other languages, everyone together, so that we all can enjoy music together, and yeah, make friends and have a happy time all together. But then a lot of people mistake it, and they think that Z-pop is K-pop, or Z-pop is just another, just trying to copy K-pop. But actually, we wanted to put a little bit of everything. We were trained, and it's everything like K-pop, but just we started with English. And in future, also in our last season song, It's Christmas, we actually included 9 languages. So we are
Hmm.
open for every other languages which we can incorporate, and we can bring more people into this music culture. So in the last It's Christmas song, we used all our 7 country languages, and then we used Korean, and the basic one was English. So yeah, we are open for everything, and we want to make music a bridge, and we want to overcome every barrier that there is. People say racism, or you cannot sing in different languages, or whatever it is. We just want to put those differences aside, and we just want everyone to enjoy music.
That's beautiful. And speaking of problems or issues that you guys have faced, was it difficult for you, especially for you specifically? I ask because the other girls, they are all from countries which are considered to be Asia. It's very funny
Yeah.
because India is one of the
Yes, yes,
biggest
yes.
countries in Asia. But when say Americans think of Asia, they don't think of India. They think of Japan, Korea, Thailand, Malaysia, China, Singapore, Philippines, and those countries. They don't think of India as a part of Asia. So for you, because you were probably, I would say, the most significantly different looking compared to the other girls in the group. Was
Yeah.
it a difficult situation for you when you joined the group? Did you face any kind of troubles, when the group was starting off?
Not from our company or our members, but of course, when someone looks at you, there's always, the first impression, and they are always surprised. Oh, okay, those kind of expressions. Not in a bad way, but they were just not expecting to see something different.
Correct.
And
Right.
of course, a lot of people, when we debuted, a lot of people said that I should not, especially me and Sid, should not be a part of this project, because we don't. look Korean. We don't look the K-pop. We don't match the K-pop standard of beauty. But for us, it's up to you. If you think you are beautiful, you don't need to adjust to any kind of standard. And for me as well, I never, of course, I felt a little bit bad because people narrow it down to another beauty standard or something, or right away, without knowing your story, without knowing you, they start judging, and they just decide that you should not be someone, or you should not be there. But then,
Yeah.
yeah, it changed over time. It changed a lot, and a lot of people now support me, so I'm very happy and very grateful to them that they actually accepted me the way I am. And there will be difficulties, there will be haters, there will be a lot of negativities, but if we only focus on the positivity and also take the positive out of the negative, I guess we can keep going. That's how I'm
That is
going.
spectacular. That's genuinely a brilliant answer for not just for everybody watching, but eventually people who watch. And I saw this question from a lot of people, by the way. If you are wondering